Yo, what's goody? What's goody? It is your boy Gabriel back again with another edition of what we talking about. You know what it is? Make sure you hit that like, hit that follow, hit that share. Do all those things up in here when you're watching this show, please. We really do appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to everybody across the globe that might be listening to us. We appreciate you. We appreciate our sponsors, Marino's Barbershop in All Creek, Concrete Placement LLC, you know, all of the stations that are replaying this for us across the globe. Shout out to everybody listening. Cuzzo FM, Culture Shock Radio, Tattoo Shop Radio, and Wapter Music. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that makes this show possible, namely my wife. Shout out to Angie. Without her, trust me, I would not be here. And I wouldn't be here on a What We Talking About show on a Tuesday for the last 5 years without my boy, co-host extraordinaire, King Blackout in the building. How you doing, sir?
Got to return the respect to my name. Creator. Co-founder.
I forgot.
Co-host.
Let's see.
Executive producer.
Copy.
King Blackout.
Gotcha.
With our moderator, Gabriel Rivera.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Just a little old me in the corner. Don't mind me, everybody. I'm just here. Don't worry.
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. Shout out to Chris Rodriguez in the studio with the Rec Boys out here. What's going on? It's interesting because when I'm in StreamYard sometimes and I go to post something, it comes out in all of the different entities that I am sharing to right now. So it looks like I'm crazy, like duplicating my words, but I'm not. It's just technology at its finest.
I got a question before we go too much further.
Yeah.
So I listen to our podcast on all podcast services. They normally get uploaded the same night because of a hardworking fella over there. People, do I sound good? Because I think like the first two podcasts, I was a little bit lower than Gabe. It was noticeable. So do I sound good?
To me, you sound
enough?
great. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't, so that Angie's like in the background. Salute, Sam. Let's Get Activated podcast in the building. I reached out to Homegirl, just so you know, so she could tell me her story. Figured maybe we'd do like a Voice of the Valley live or something. So just so you know, you connected the dots on that. And I already reached out to her. So now that you're hearing my voice for a little bit and Blackout start talking, you could tell me if he's lower or higher.
Yeah, I just need some feedback. Like, how do I sound? Super producer Big Ange, like, how do I sound?
What up? What up to everybody? Can everybody that's in the building just say what's up in the comments right now, please? And once you do that, hit the share for me. That's all I ask you to do. That's all I need you to do. If you do that, StreamYard is awesome. Sounds good. It sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, that's what we like. They said they hear you good. See, the difference I think this year, Black, is that I stepped my game up considerably with my equipment.
After I berated you for 4 years and told you what your issues was, you finally listened to what the hell I told you to do. Since I only get paid to do this for a living.
But now I sound so crispy.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, now we got we got to put the mirror up. You got to say the same shit in the mirror.
Hold up. So let's make this very clear. Now, if I wanted to, now hold up. Let me put y'all on the game. If I wanted to, I would sound like this, and you would hear the smooth, docile tones of King Blackout.
That's what we need.
I'm trying not to shine on you too hard, bro. So I'm down here with the mic. You feel me?
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's for your benefit.
Oh, I like that, brother. I like to look. I was working on some things in the last week. Check this out. Check out this little doohickey I have now. Here. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. That's because we across the world, baby. This is the proof that we are across the world. Shout out to the Village Global Network. You see that logo up there. You see WAP the Music, Culture Shock Radio, Cuzzo FM, and Tattoo Shop Radio. We're all across the globe, man. All across the globe. What you got today?
I need you to read that for me.
I can't read it. You know I can't stop. You're calling me out.
Mind your business.
Oh, that's what I said. Nice.
Last week was F you.
It was. Yo, what's going on with your hat? You sent it message? I think that's crazy.
Angry, bro. Let me go back. Because I think the white in my hat is making the background act weird. So next week we'll have the green screen up and we won't have to worry about that no more. So we're gonna do like this week. It's cool.
I like
so, bro, what's the show about, man? Like, why we do this? What we doing?
It's called What We Talking About, and I have a question every week, every few minutes. It's the same question. What we talking about? Shout out to everybody out here. Salute to you for tapping in. Trust me, you're doing great with StreamYard. Your audio on radio will be awesome too. Let's get it.
I appreciate it. And shout out to our not sponsors. This week, I keep forgetting I got the stupid ass screen up, but check it out. This is that Hennessy VSOP. Y'all can't even see it. It's a damn shame. We're gonna fix this. Hennessy VSOP. They don't sponsor us, but I drink it. So it's kind of like they sponsor us. You feel me?
Shout out to all the listeners in podcast land listening to the audio of this. Okay. You don't know what the hell Black's talking about. You're like, yeah, duh. I can't see that shit neither, motherfucker.
Nah, you right.
That's crazy.
Bro, what you on today, though? What you sipping on?
I kept it very simple. Coca-Cola.
Okay, that's
Coca-Cola. Yeah, man. I kept it simple today, man. I got a big day. I had a big day today. I got a big day tomorrow. Okay. You know, a lot of things to do. So I'm trying to keep the alcohol out my system. And then I want to what?
It's that time, ain't it? The men of a certain age got to get that.
Listen to Listen. Yo, Angie's calling you out. She's like, who uses backgrounds for meetings? LOL. Something happens. Listen. I heard something very like that. It kind of bothered me a little bit when I heard it, and then I let it go, and then it came back and it bothered me again. Okay. And I want to say this. I want to preface this by saying that I am all welcoming. I don't judge. Okay. I let everybody do you. Kill none, let none die. Let's rock, right?
Okay. Factory. Get my mic ready.
Listen to me. Shout out Piper Boy Williams. Listen. In the UFC,
yes,
the women's division,
correct. That's a division,
allowed a transgender wrestler, fighter,
competitor,
yeah, compete against another natural-born woman. That's going to be a thing now, right? Is that what we're going to have to say? Natural-born? Right?
No. There's terminology for it.
What? Regular? Like, what the fuck?
Ooh,
I'm sorry. Watch my language. Listen.
What's up?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so just hear me out.
So this is a cisgendered female
Mm-hmm.
and a transgendered female, correct?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. The transgender ended the fight very quickly.
Hold up, I can help you again because slippery slope.
Okay.
You can't just say it like the transgender, like that's a thing, right? It's describing a type of person. So you have to say the transgendered followed by the sex that they identify as. I'm being serious. If you just say the transgendered, it's like
I respect it. Now, what did I say before? I'm all welcoming. I kill none, let none die. Right. I'm not out here to insult people.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So the transgender woman, thank you for that, ended the fight very quickly and abruptly.
Okay.
Because she fractured the skull of her competitor.
Yes.
I hope she's okay.
Samantha said that's true, by the way. So thank you, Samantha. We trying to be correct on the show.
Yeah.
We want to be well informed. Go ahead, Gabe.
Absolutely. So at first when I heard it, I was like, wow, see, that is not, to me, that's not fair. Right? Like you got somebody who is physically born with man muscles who's identifying as a woman. Cool.
That is a woman.
That is a woman.
Correct. Not identifying. They are a woman.
Now.
Yes.
I left it alone because I said, is what it is. Anybody could do that then. Right? It's not that they like went through some loophole or something. That's just is what it is. So anybody could do it. So I left it alone. I was like, you know what? Don't fight her if you think you can't beat her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I came back to it and I'm like, no. I think right now that there should be a transgender division.
I'm glad you said that because that's exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening in boxing too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming up with a division specifically for those who are transitioned at some point along life. Mm-hmm. The exception, I'm not the exception. I believe the rule is stated that it's going to be, and this is happening at the Olympic level too, that if you went through puberty as a different sex than the one that you currently are, then you cannot compete in the class that you identify as. So if you, for whatever reason, somehow, some way, you transitioned before puberty, then it's okay. Because whatever those chemicals that happen during that growth period, you haven't gotten the benefit of that. And while your levels may be slightly higher because you may have been born a certain kind of way, they're within the error range. So I believe that's the rule they're using. If you transitioned after puberty, then you have to be in a special division.
I think that that's necessary. I really do. But it's sad that it took someone's skull to get cracked open. You know what I mean? And
so it is. No, you're bro. You're 100% right. And here's what this amounts to. And this is me talking because I keeps it a bundle, right? Everybody knew this already, right? Like if you were born a male, as an example, and you developed as a male did during the puberty stage, right? You are just physically, right, scientifically predisposed to be larger and stronger than a comparable female in the same timeline. Fair enough. It just is what it is. So everybody knows this, but because of the way society is now, no one wants to be offensive. So it took somebody kicking somebody in the brain and busting their shit open for us to say, oh, now it's okay to actually classify by being a trans person as opposed to non being a trans person. We always knew this made sense, but you needed a travesty to happen for it to change. Kind of like football. It took how many men to get their fucking brains scrambled before we stopped allowing wedge formations and we got better helmets and we started paying out insurance claims for CTE? How many people got their brain scrambled? How many people committed suicide?
Right.
Because of brain trauma and from NFL players? A lot.
Right.
So yeah, we know what's going on, right? But the same way money influenced the NFL, here PC culture influenced common sense. Doesn't matter what you identify as. I'm not trying to change who you are. All I'm saying is that ain't too many 6'6" 200-pound women just walking around. So if you went through that stage and you look like that and you built that way, you shouldn't be fighting women who just naturally smaller frames. That's not fair. That's why weight divisions even exist.
Like even bone density is different.
Absolutely.
And I'm only bringing this up because this is a combative sport. This isn't. It's not baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like baseball, you could probably make the argument, yo, she's big enough. She wants to play. She's strong enough. She thinks she can compete. Let's go. You know, I could make the argument because it's not like a physical one-on-one sport like that. This is straight up. This is physical warfare.
Fucking combat. And the most listen, I'm not saying this is the rule. I'm not saying this is definitive. I'm saying that this is more likely than not. You take a big out of shape man and a really, really fit, smaller woman, just the size alone, he could probably overpower her 7 out of 10 times. You know, I mean, it just is what it is. Like you're just bigger. But let me pivot slightly.
Yeah.
What do you think about the transgendered swimmer, the transgender woman swimmer
that broke all the records?
Broke all those records. Do you think that's fair?
No, I don't. I don't think that's fair. I think that for every reason you just said, I can't because like even historically, like if you look at the Olympics, right? Just go look at all the times, the best times for the women and the best time for the men, like the best ones.
Yeah.
It's always you'll know which one was the men and which one was the women.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't put it up, if you didn't identify it.
Genetics.
So yeah. So like, no, I don't think that's fair, man. I don't.
What do you Samantha said all facts about the side. I'm right there with you, Samantha. And I think it may not be the most popular topic to talk about on a show like this, but I also think it's good that you brought it up. So let me ask you this, because I think the counter argument is, how is it fair that someone who's transitioned in life, one way or the other, doesn't have a place to actually experience the same things as the people in that same timeline as them? Like if I'm a 16-year-old and I'm an athlete and I want to participate in sports, I have no home, right? Because technically, if I'm a transgendered woman, right, I can't compete with cisgender women according to you because I'm bigger, stronger, faster. Right. And if I'm a transgender woman, as an example, I can't compete with cis men because they're men. So we don't even add the quantifier of my bone density, none of that being more similar to a man, a cisgender man than a cisgender woman. But we just say, well, you know, you're a female now. You can't compete with guys. So do you think optically that's the hurdle? Do you think they just don't want to have it be on Sports Center? Either this girl dominating a male sport, because man, I don't say girl, you know what I mean, with any kind of bias. I'm just saying like a woman dominating men. Or do you think they're afraid that getting off of testosterone and going to estrogen, and I'm using this as my analogy, somehow competing against a woman would somehow invalidate the result of what's going on because you're supposed to win? And if that's what it is, how is that fair to have to compete against that in the first place?
You know what, man? My retort to that would be this. Even our greatest pastime, baseball, and our subsequent favorite pastime, football, and even hockey. You know, hockey started out with 6 teams. You know what I mean? Football started out with 4 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Dave said it's a good conversation, by the way, Gabe. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Yeah. All right. So listen, you say they don't have a home. It's not that they don't have a home. It's that you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, right? So why don't you get all the square pegs and put them all together, and y'all can have your league. You can have your competition. You can go against each other. Have your weight classes within that transgender man or woman, you know, division or whatever you want to call it or play it.
So you're saying that even though there's not enough people to have a team like that at every institution, you're saying fuck it, do like a 6-team league, and maybe you have to travel more.
It's a nationwide thing. There's 4 teams right now. And as it grows, we grow. If we can't expand, we don't expand. If it dies, it dies. If it thrives, it thrives.
I'm not
mad
what I'm saying? That. I like that because I'm not mad at that. Because I can see like if you look at college, right? Like you can have an ACC transgendered team. Like there's enough. You would think there's enough of that population across the Atlantic Coast Conference between the 15, 16 member schools to field a one team, right? And they can go against the Big Ten team. You know what I mean? I can see what you're saying. Okay.
So that's my answer to that. You know what I mean? And it seems like there's enough of y'all, right? And I'm not saying that, like those aren't those what are those competitions called where like the people like they run through mud and they climb rocks and they it's
the
like
Iron Man?
The Iron Man stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that isn't that all men and women competing against each other? Don't they all
they compete against each other, but their times are kept separately.
So
they're running it at the same time, but the times are kept separately.
Gotcha. Okay, so so that probably don't count either. But yeah, I was just thinking of stuff like that where it's more individual performance based versus, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Yeah, I stick with my gun to say create a league. Then it's you're gonna, like you said, you might have to travel more. You got to invest in it. You got to grind. You got to, the NHL, when the NHL started, they would take if their friend could drive the player to the spot, that was great. You know what I'm saying? Or if they were going to get on the bus that had the milk crates on it because they didn't have enough seats. Okay, cool. At least we got there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there were 6 teams. So that's what I say to that, Black.
Now I watched.
Go ahead.
I watched.
Who says life is fair? Word, Angie.
Not a bad point. I watched a young woman play college football against men. Did you see that?
Briefly, I recall it, but I don't remember too much detail.
This young woman was playing
kicker?
running back. No, not the kicker, because that happens.
Yeah, that happens
every season.
Yeah, there's a college kicker girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, she played running back.
Damn. Okay.
Running back. And when they finally put her in the game, she was probably like 5'5", like a $120, sopping wet. Exactly what you expect.
Okay.
They put her in. They gave her the ball. And when I tell you that boy hit her and she flew, no joke, like a cartoon.
Yeah,
he
no.
hit her, and she literally left the ground and flew back probably like 7-8 feet in the air. I'm not joking. He didn't pick her up and spear her. She was running full speed. He was running full speed. He went down proper tackle and popped her. And when he hit her, she fucking flew that way. The ball flew that way because momentum is a bitch.
He's pointing in the opposite direction for those in podcast.
Like this, y'all listening, it's like opposite direction. And she was out. Now, vicious hit. Now, by the way, she popped the fuck up like immediately. Like she wasn't hurt.
Right.
And they gave her the ball again. And the second time they gave her the ball, the guy got close to her and she crumbled on the ground because she didn't want to take another hit.
Right.
And then they pulled her. And after the game, the reporter asked the coach, why? And he said, you should have heard the crowd. Even though she was fine, no one wanted to see it. It looked so brutal. It looked so vicious that nobody wanted to see it, even though she was okay.
Listen, man.
What do you think about? Here's my point. We talk about right now, there's not really this separation for transgender people and cis people. But let's say I'm a woman. I'm a cis woman. And now I'm turned into a cis man. I mean, a transgendered man. Right? I'm sorry. Back it up. I'm a cisgendered man and I transition to a woman. But I want to play football. Do you think that woman, that transgendered woman, should still play football against men when physically they went through male puberty, but currently they're a man? I mean, they're a female. Because this has been brought up already about men who transition into women, but still want to play contact sports. And that's why I gave the story, because optically, people have a hard time seeing that. Like seeing a man hit a woman. People struggle with it.
Yeah, and as they should. There are plenty of men playing professional sports right now that go home and put a dress on. They just in the closet about it.
Sure.
So that's
not the same. Is that the correlation you're making?
Well, I'm just trying to say that if there was a transgendered woman playing, linebacker for the Steelers. She's not the only one going home and getting the dildo out and playing and shit like that.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. She's not the only one gonna be wearing a dress. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, did you see him look at my ass type shit? He, So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one, because now it's an even playing. It's like you have there is no argument there about you're physically bigger than your competitors and your fellow athletes.
Sure.
That part's not there. The issue is when you have an unfair balance in just the human structure.
So you only have the problem one way. You only have the problem with trans women competing against cisgender women.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I hear you.
So. I think
Listen, I would say this, and I think it's like I said, I appreciate you bringing up the topic. I think it's an interesting conversation, and something that's going to have to get figured out as society continues to evolve and acceptance continues to grow for everybody living their truth and their reality. Right?
Yep.
I think the topic of sports needs to be looked at now. The population is such that there are more and more of these individuals who want to participate in something that is very common to the human experience, and they don't really have a place. And I think you need to address it. And I think maybe if it is, maybe conferences band together or school districts band together and create a safe space for this to take place. I think they should do so. I too struggled. Like I said, I thought it was interesting watching a girl play running back until I seen her get hit, and I was like, you know what? I don't want that idiot. Like, she literally flew, right? And she can't take but too many hits. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. I also didn't like someone who was just physically bigger than the other women in the swimming pool. She's basically just swimming laps around these females. Just
right.
You were, and this was a swimmer who was a world champion as a male, and then transitioned.
Right.
So, like,
what was it? 9 records, 9 records, or 8 or 9 records, or something like that. Like, that's crazy, man. Yo, shout out to Farkas in the building.
What's up, Farkas?
Let's see what he got to say. It's okay for anyone to be what they want, but it's not okay that they push it on our children. Message.
We had that talk last week. Y'all think you missed it, Farkas, where I said we said something very similar. Like,
keep it out of schools.
I don't think you got to go introducing people to stuff. I think you let people naturally find stuff, right? So if your kids want to understand it, then you help them understand. But I use the religion analogy, right? If I'm a Catholic, I'm not bringing my kid to the kitchen table one day and saying, "Let me teach you about Buddhism." I'm just not going to expose you to something that I am not living. But if I'm a trans person, I would absolutely try to teach you what it is that I identify with and what the world looks like for me. That makes sense. If it's your truth, teaching that to your kids is pretty normal. Teaching your kids a religion that you don't practice, that doesn't happen. So why would you ever do it? So to your point, as a straight cis male, I would never teach my kids about transgenders, but only to the point of understanding that there's a proliferation of people who are trans, and to be aware of it. But the ins and outs and the intricacies and the why, I wouldn't even try. Like, that's not, who am I to speak from that point?
Sosa in the building. And Farkas, what you say about, being in the Disney movies, I've been saying that too, where it's like, shout out to Sosa. Definitely think I should keep it out of school. For real. Like, when you watch TV and all these shows, that there's always that element, there's always some homosexual element in the shows we watch now.
Every single show has it now.
And it's just not that, it's not that realistic, because like I've said before many times on this show, I have a good amount of acquaintances and people that I would like say what's up to, right? And not in every scene I'm in is there this gay situation happening. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree. If you look on TV, if there's a group of 4 people, one of them is homosexual,
100%,
and that's not realistic, not yet. No. Now, let me not say that. Maybe it is. Maybe there's more people who are not living the truth that I'm aware. But I don't think that every time I walk in the room, 1 in 4 people in that room are homosexuals. I just don't think that's the real number. I think they're trying to get representation on the screen, which is good, but it's almost overdone, as if you're glorifying a lifestyle that's not as pervasive as they're making it seem. Fair enough?
Very.
Yeah.
Jay in the building. What's going on, good sir?
It might be like 1 in 10, though.
It might be 1 in 10.
It might be like 1 in 10.
It might be. You know what I mean? But it's not every scene.
It's not every 4 people. Nah.
You know, like they make it seem. Before we get out of this topic of sports and stuff, I just want to say the homegirl from LSU, Reese, I think.
Which one?
I rock the girl that was getting in trouble for putting the hand in her face thing.
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
I rock with her, man. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Stop. Listen,
leave her alone.
I commend her for milking the fuck out of this and turning herself into a celebrity essentially overnight.
Why not?
She has milked the hell out of this attention. She's out with DJ Khaled. She's out with J. Cole. No, it's fucking crazy.
That's great.
Hold up, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Can I keep it a bean for 30 seconds? We ain't never gave a fuck about women basketball.
It was a good game, man.
Locally speaking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This controversy, she is milking the fuck out of it.
Good for her.
And now it's good for her. Like bag work, bro. When she go to the league, I'm not watching that shit. Like I'm not gonna care.
I don't know if she balls out. She set herself up lovely. If she don't ball out, she set herself up for a nice reality show and getting some checks.
How do you think the other girls on the team feel, though? Well, like she's almost made it like her show, and it wasn't like that a month ago. It's all about her now.
Human nature. There's definitely some jealousy and animosity there from the team. 100%. At least a couple out of 12 players. There's definitely a couple, right? I don't know, man. They probably getting behind her a little bit because I don't think she's leaving everybody behind. You know what I mean? She keeps trying to big up the team and the win and stuff. So I don't know. There's always some cattiness there when you got that many females in one area. No disrespect, but it's true.
Man, you've been saying a bunch of shit that
Gabe doesn't even care. Yo, speaking about things that are weird, what is your take, brother, on this whole AI movement with being able to have a whole song recorded and it sound just like Jay-Z did it? Sound just like Drake was singing joint. You know what I mean?
What's the question? What is the question?
The question is it not? That is crazy to me. And it almost makes me feel like sometimes maybe these people didn't even record their music. They just did this. They just typed it up and they were like, "Hell, let it rock. Sounds good." Possible?
I'm gonna say this. Y'all ready? I don't know if anybody's thinking about it yet.
Okay.
They need to. Here's what's gonna happen. Think about having hip hop as an example. Right? The most popular genre on the planet.
Right.
Right?
Hands down.
Imagine if you could create the music yourself and didn't need the artist. Hold on. We getting there. They already copy paste right now.
Okay.
Here's how the music industry works. 2 sentences. You ready? Here's the first one. Someone set the trend. Everybody else follows the trend.
Right.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Fair?
Right.
Fair.
Right.
So what's to stop? Let's say hip hop. And I'm speaking like this to make the point, but you can follow along. I go find the kid that wants to rap. I sign him as the creator. Let's call him Quentin Miller. Follow along. He goes and records, I don't know, 50 demo songs because he's got the wave. I make it the wave.
Okay.
And then my cadre of 50 AI rappers are going to go out and create all the songs aping his style. Because here's what the one thing AI does need. They need a reference point. They need something.
Jay-Z, Drake.
Sure. So music is already like this in almost every other genre. Pop, R&B, soul, rock. There's someone writing this. And most of the time, it's not the person performing it.
Right.
I've told y'all this before. So what's to stop a label from bringing in the person who has the talent to write the songs? And then you let the AI learn from that and then go make 50 million artists who do songs forever and ever. Do you actually need the person to sell the music? And my answer is nope.
No.
People don't care.
No, because
people don't fucking care. Coco Melon is not real. People love Coco Melon.
The visuals that you could put up nowadays, bro, can be dazzling. And if you got a little soundtrack behind it, call it a day. You know, and I think that people that have figured it out, like maybe one of us on this show, that, you know, you can earn money in music in different ways. You know, this is gonna be one hell of an avenue for a little while where you write specifically for the AI. You're like, this is how it goes. It always sounds good when it's done like this, when it's, you know, formatted like this.
That's it. That's it.
It's going spooky.
And this is quick. Like, this is not 50 years in the future. Like 3 years ago, AI was really starting to be like tested out, right? Before January of 2023, 8 out of 10 people didn't even know what the fuck it was except Siri, right? Or Hey Google, right? And already ChatGPT is in the mainstream lexicon. If I say it to a person who knows nothing about technology, for the most part, they're like, oh, I heard of that. In 4 months, Gabe, ChatGPT wasn't a thing you knew about, and now everybody knows about it. Right. And I'm telling you, in a year, 1 in 10 jobs in the tech industry will be replaced with ChatGPT like AI. It has already happened. By the way, Microsoft just unveiled a new feature in their Microsoft Assistant that is AI powered, and literally its job, and it's already, this is not in testing anymore. They're rolling it out now in Office Suite. Its job is to listen to you talk and craft your papers for you. Like literally, that's its job. Right. You tell it math problems and it does Excel for you. You tell it what the meeting's supposed to be about, and it crafts those things for you. And people have been getting laid off in the last 90 days from engineering jobs because you do not need them. You need the one person who knows how to talk to the AI, and the AI is doing repeatable work for us. I am telling you now, in 3 years, 1 in 5 tech jobs will be AI driven, and there will be a slew of AI engineers whose job it is to use the AI. And I'm telling you that the same thing will happen with music, especially disposable music, where the talent is not the driving factor, right? I can't teach the AI to play the guitar to be the rock star. You need the person. But fucking rap, oh my God, if I don't gotta pay the niggas,
right?
If I can just take the culture and rape it and pay no one, I'm doing that.
Yep. Yo, shout out my boy Leno in the building. He was actually watching on YouTube. So if you're still there, what's going on, good sir? He's a cook extraordinaire in real life. Let me ask you, man.
Talk about it.
You going to Summer Jam?
Nah.
Have you ever been to a Summer Jam?
I've been to one.
Yeah. It's out in Belmont Park in Long Island this year. Cardi B is the headliner.
Yeah, I don't know why. She ain't had an album in 5 years.
I got $150 gift card from a ex-associate.
Okay.
To Ticketmaster to buy Yankee tickets. The problem is you can't buy Yankee tickets with a gift card on Ticketmaster.
Nope, you can't.
So that was a dumb move. I'm not too much of a concert goer, but like you said, you were able to say, yeah, I went to one. I can't say that. I kind of want to be able to say that I've been to a Summer Jam.
Okay. Gabe, did you see the Summer Jam lineup?
I did. I didn't recognize all the names.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. Listen.
And the ones that I did recognize, I didn't think too highly of. Other than Cardi, I love Cardi.
I said this before. The role reversal in our music is stunning, right? It's just hard female rapper after hard female rapper, and a bunch of singing dudes. This shit is super backwards. That lineup is despicable. It's nasty work.
Yeah.
No, it's nasty work. It's nasty. You see my nasty work, bruh. Lola Brooke, love her to death. Met her several times. Sweetheart, bet, bruh. Really, really. Ice Spice. I stand still. Rap with my track. Turn around, shake my ass. Turn around, rap with my track. No station. Ice fucking Spice. Yo, we have done a shitty job of being stewards of hip hop. I'm happy that the females are getting in, but this shit where you make people famous because they're attractive to you, fuck anything else.
I know.
Fuck anything else.
I know.
I'd have sex with her. You're now a rap star.
I know.
The fuck?
I know.
Fuck it. Fuck the game. Cardi B ain't had an album in 5 years.
When you're
now, I know she makes a song every summer. She makes one. Good for her. Get into it. She ain't had an album in 5 years. She ain't had an album in 5 years. They put French Montana on the bottom of the goddamn card.
I can't tolerate any type of Cardi hate on this show though. Bro. Cardi, for whatever reason, man, I rock with her as a person. Man.
I do too. That's
she's
why it
great,
works.
man. She's great. You know what I'm saying? Like her personality, her she's like there's no veil on her Instagram, bro. There's no veil, there's no mask, there's no it's just her.
That's why it works.
And I love it.
Gabe, this is the lineup. You ready? Let's say for the culture. Cardi B. No, and this is an order of how they're promoting it. This is not my order. This is their order.
You tell me.
Cardi B is at the top. Who's number 2?
I don't know. Tell me. French Montana should be.
He's fucking not. It's Lola Brooke.
Oh, Lola Brooke. Okay.
I'm tired of playing with it. It's one song. Why I gotta keep playing with it? Gabe, who's number 3?
I don't know. Tell me.
Ice fucking Spice. Ice Spice. Gabe, who's number 4? You know who's number 4.
I don't.
Glorilla.
Glorilla.
One song.
Oh, so next is Coi Leray?
Then it's Coi Leray.
Is it really?
Yes.
I was right. I guess. I swear to God, I guessed.
Then it's French. No, then it's Fabio Foreign. Then it's French Montana. Then it's Lil TJ. Then it's the Locks.
The Locks thing might be the thing that's worth it, though.
Gabe, do you want to see
they're doing the 50-year
Girls as Players 2
tribute?
And then Glorilla do FNF, fuck nigga free.
No.
And Ice Spice stand still and twerk. And then Lola Brooke play with it for the 50th time. And Cardi B do Bartier Cardi again.
What's gonna be uncomfortable about watching Ice Spice twerk it with her bare ass out, standing next to my wife at the concert? What's wrong with that? That's not awkward. That sounds awkward. So I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I would the reason why I think this one would be cool is because of the Locks and the 50-year tribute that they're gonna do.
Right, they're gonna do a 6-minute medley. That's all you're getting.
I hope not. I hope that's not all it is.
Funk Flex is the fucking programmer. What the fuck you call him? It's a 6-minute medley. They're getting a 6-minute medley. You're gonna hear Wildin' Out for the 50th year in a row, right? They're gonna do a big song, a Notorious B.I.G. song. Sorry, right? Jada's gonna do Knock Yourself Out. He's gonna hit you with a Y, right? Styles P is gonna Get High.
I Get High.
Luke is gonna Mighty Mighty D Block.
Better song, right? I Get High or Mighty Mighty D Block?
Better song
that you like.
I guess I get high. I guess I get high. Good time, bro. This is going to be a fucking horrible summer jam. Fucking dirty.
So you're saying I should hold on to my Ticketmaster?
Gabe, do you like Lil TJ?
No.
Do you like Fabio Foreign?
No.
Do you listen to French Montana?
If he comes on, I don't buy it.
Do you listen to Lola Brooke and her one song?
No.
Coi Leray and her 2 songs?
Yeah, maybe 2
songs.
songs.
You like Coi Leray's 2 songs?
Yeah, I think she's all right.
You going to see 20-year-old Coi Leray? That's what you into?
For
you going to see 20-year-old Coi Leray? Because I need you to say what you're saying. How old are you, Gabe? You going to see 20-year-old Coi Leray? That's what you want to hear? You're going to be like, because girls is players too. You going to be singing that? That's you, Gabe? That's what you singing? You singing that? You gonna be
saying
singing
it's
Ice
not?
Spice?
You saying Summer Jam's not for the 47-year-old cool dude?
I'm saying that Summer Jam ain't even for fucking New York at this point. Summer Jam is for the teeny boppers. We used to call them in 2005 the boppers.
We know.
No, bro. It's horrible. This is for kids. This is for kids, and I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying this is for kids. Kids want the one song, and then they want you to leave. They don't care that they're gonna see Coi Leray for 3.5 minutes. That's all they need. That's all they need, and go away.
You know, I can't wait till we do 3. I can't wait till we do 3 the hard way today. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
Where's Meg? I'll take Meg. Where's Mariah the Scientist? She been popping. Her music is outside. It's fucking good. I like it. Where's she? Where's Lotto? Like those women are actually smacking out hits. They have hits. They got 5, 6.
I wonder why Lotto's not a part of it. I feel like she got beat.
I guess because the New York centricness with Ice and fucking Lola Brooke and Cardi. It's like New York with Lil TJ and French and Favi. It's New York. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. But this lineup is dirt. It's super dirt.
Shout out my boy Leno, man. He basically just wrote what you just said. You know, Summer Jam's more catered to the younger generation that actually and literally buy into the music they're being fed on a daily basis.
It may have morphed into that, but bro, in 2005, it was for us.
It was. No, it was. It definitely changed into that. Party. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I feel like, you know, the more we talk about it, you know, the more it comes into focus that, damn, man, I really did miss out not going to Summer Jam in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like
Big Lotto. Exactly. So, I mean, Gabe, look, bro, I'm not here. Keep it a beam, bro. You can go to Summer Jam right now this year. You can pay that $1,200 because you're going to pay for a ticket. No factory.
It's 130.
I mean, it's trash artists. So, yeah, same thing.
But that's up in the upper mezzanine.
A lot of people. If you want to have a good view, if you want to see Coi Leray's tiny legs, it's $1,000. All right.
Well, yeah, easy. Yeah.
$1,000 bet.
Yeah. But so on the big screen, though.
I guess, but then stay at home, watch it on YouTube, my nigga. Listen, bro, if you want to go, stand in the park, eat a $14 hot dog, and watch Coi Leray shake her kneecaps.
Right.
Go for it.
No, I hear you.
Go for it. I'm saying it won't be. It's not like when we had Jay come out and it went stupid. It's not like when Drake showed up and it went stupid. I don't know what the fuck this show is.
You know, maybe
I don't know what this show is.
The show for me to go to is the throwback tour that's going on right now. Yeah.
The Rock the Bells show. I love that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock the Bells. Maybe that's what I'll hold on to my ticket for. Rock the Bells. There we go. Maybe that's what I'll do.
The band, I better see at least 4 BBLs. Yo, Sos, you gonna see that? You want some BBL? You gonna see Lizzo come out? That's about it. That's about it.
Listen, I'm not even gonna say nothing about that. Yo, you know what I wanted to do, and I've been forgetting to do it the last 4 weeks. Shout out to us. What we talking about, right? Yeah. Shout out to us for having 4 weeks in a row. Our 5th week. I wanted to say, you know, shout out to all the verses and podcast creations that I've inspired out there in this world.
Get your flowers, King. Get your flowers. Go ahead.
Shout out to all of those verses, all of those subs, anything that everybody has ever gotten to say. As a matter of fact, if they took the criticism that we gave and used that to make a okay song or verse, God bless them.
Talk to your kids, Gabe.
I say this because I want everybody to know that I do recognize that. So that's what I'm here for. That's what we are here for. We're here to inspire. So these things that I say, I am only championing, and I'm only gloating in my own success. That's all I'm doing right now. Okay? So salute to y'all and keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Put a little
sasson.
You feeling yourself?
not feeling myself. I'm just saying what it is.
You talking to your kids?
I'm talking to all my children. I'm talking to everybody watching.
My man says my 45 years on ABC, all my children. My man says the lead into General Hospital, all my children. My man said as the world turns, because Buzz was there for like 27 years.
Yo, listen, Sosa. Don't send Angie after me, man. That's a big call right there. You just putting me out. That's the take me out joint, because
Can we talk, Gabe? Are you saying that you see a bunch of clones? You see a bunch of people who saw people start a show, start a movement, started something, and now they're trying to ride the wave.
Yes, I'm saying that.
Have any of them been as consistent as this platform?
Very few, and they're the ones that are truly out here like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to make this only about that. The other side of that, my statement is true too. Shout out to all those verses and those songs that I've inspired out there.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I don't get credit for it. And I'm not even saying that they're mentioning me I'm talking about they heard it and they were like, oh yeah, watch this. That's the moment right there that I was looking for. So when I say I'm gloating in my success, that's what I'm talking about. So
you saying that you raised the bar, made people step their shit up.
Thank you. And I didn't do it alone, right? So without Black, here to contribute what only he can contribute, the same inspiration wouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a concerted effort by two entities, two gentlemen, two friends at this point that created this symmetry, this energy that's on this show. And I just want to say, shout out to everything that we've inspired out here. You know what I'm saying?
Come on and take a bow.
Shout out to everybody across the globe listening to this.
When you're not. Shout out, Riri.
Listen to me. I'm doing a Voice of the Valley on Instagram on Thursday, 6 p.m. I'm going to be with a producer from the Midwest called Illville.
Okay.
And I would love for y'all to tune into that. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Instagram at Finally TV. Make sure you tune in, check that out. I would love to see y'all there.
Before we continue on, sir, I'm going to put something in the air. So we started off, we had this plan of kind of every single show reaching and figuring out a next part of our top 50 list.
Oh, yes.
Last week we got away from it because the conversations be good.
Right. We had Big V on. Shout out Big V.
Right. So I'd like to say right now, do you commit to next week finalizing that and starting?
I do. But speaking of Big V, shout out that brother. I thought that was a really cool interview.
Thanks.
If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Go back in the archives. You'll see it. It's there.
Search for Finally TV, all podcast services. We out here now. So if you don't want to watch the video, you can't watch the video. You want to hear it again on your commute. Finally TV, all podcast services. You'll find the podcast. And it's a good listen, I'm telling you.
Let's get it. So what Big V had to contribute was he said the 50 top artists had to write their own ish consistently.
Yeah. And
can we make that about
how invalid that was? Because none of them write their own ish. There you go. You'd have 6 people.
A lot of them write their own ish, though. Come on.
Cap.
The only one it's just because you want Drake in there. That's the only reason why you're saying that.
This, bro.
Yo,
listen, I need
Are you a Drake stan?
Hold on.
Can I just ask you that? Are you a Drake stan?
I was hypercritical of Drake when he came out. Hypercritical. That man made his own wave. He started off rapping a certain kind of way, and he evolved. And by the third album, he was fucking Drake. He was no longer punchline set up. You know, I ball chemo. Like he evolved and made a wave. He did that. I give respect to that because I saw the change happen in the music.
So, but I'm saying he had help with that. That's when everybody started writing for him. He got the right writers.
Don't matter. Everybody got writers.
I don't know, man. J.M. Pun.
Stop
all
it.
the dope artists over time.
You don't even know if Pun wrote or not because we ain't even have phones in the 90s. Here's what I'm gonna give you though, since you want to go there.
You gotta stop.
Jay-Z and Eminem are 50-year-old men.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about everybody sub 40.
J. Cole is not getting anything written for him.
I bet you J. Cole had people with writing credits.
Kendrick's not getting anything written for him. Pusha's not getting anything written for him.
Untrue. Kendrick Lamar has already said that his cousin Keem has given him words, bars, verses, all that.
That's different though. If I'm writing a verse and I'm hitting the verse to you and you're like, yo, if you said da right there, that'd be dope.
And I rapper, Gabe. Baby Keem is a rapper. And he has written verses for Kendrick Lamar. Flat out. That's not a thing. That's just what happened.
Listen, I bet you Key didn't write none of his hits.
Bullshit. He co-wrote Swimming Pools. Drank.
But wasn't he on it though? Didn't he have a verse in that?
No.
He didn't? You sure?
He just wrote it.
Listen, I don't know. We gotta go to the books for that one.
You can go, bro. I'm just saying that almost every artist now.
I just want you to know that. Listen, Drake might still make my cut only because his other sliders are really tall and
this
high.
Nigga said might.
You know what I'm saying?
This nigga said might.
All right,
Gabe. If Drake is anywhere but top 3, you flaw. You just a hater.
Listen,
period.
You're bugging.
He's earned his bro. He has earned his spot. There is nothing to say about that man.
He's earned his spot with you.
I bet. Don't do this. Don't tell me that Pun wrote all his raps when
he did. He did write all his raps.
You can't prove it.
You
can't prove it. I think
I can prove that Drake didn't.
I think Capadonna.
I can prove that Drake didn't.
I think that Joe wrote some of those bars.
There's no way. It's the other way.
You can't prove it. Look, you can't fucking prove it.
Ask Joe. I will have Joey Crack come on this show and tell you.
You know what Pun was doing in his closet when he wasn't around. Like, come on, bro.
Listen. I will reach out to Joey Crack and see if he will just. He don't even have to come on the show. Just give me a video saying Pun wrote all his shit. You stupid. Stop it.
Here go Shy with the hate. Yo, Shy. I said almost every. Because
J. Cole don't get nothing written for him. There's no way. Pusha don't get nothing written for him.
Nobody ever wrote shit for me.
I
write for other people.
You did good. But to get back to what you originally said, yes, we can commit to getting more into the top 50 deal. And I think by the end of next week's show, let's do it so that the no-brainer ones, the ones that we totally agree on, that we just get out the way, let's get those guys all on the list. And then maybe, or either that or name our 5. Remember, we have 5 people that we could put in, period?
Yeah.
So maybe we do that next week. I'll commit to that. One of those 2 things can happen next week. I'm cool.
I'm open to that. We just got to start the discussion and start keeping the list. And you're telling Black all inner talents. Yeah, listen, man. My mama gave me this. So my grandma gave me that chain.
Like, shout out to Shy, man. Right? Listen.
All right. Listen, bro.
I'm listening.
So next week we're gonna start the list.
Yeah, we're gonna start the list.
Okay. One more thing I want to talk about before we get into the fun stuff.
Let's go.
Hate to do this, but I got to. It's my responsibility.
As what?
As Tommy Pickles would say, it's my responsibilities. Responsibilities.
What?
Gabe, I think there's been a mass shooting the last 3 days. Am I right? I think it has been. One each day. One each day. School, right?
Yeah.
Bank. Banks got shot up. It's fucking absurd. You didn't hear about that? The bank.
I didn't hear about the bank one, no.
Yeah, this Grocery employee went in there with the AR and let off. Killed like 5 people, shot like 10 others before he got checked out. Like, shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Go ahead.
We had another one last week. I know it's hard, and I know sometimes you get like burnt out on the negative shit.
I do.
It's hard for me though to get on the soapbox and not acknowledge that I wake up every day and I'm seeing this shit. And I know we do the. I started saying that just be better, and then you
do better.
Man, with it, just do better, right? I want gun reform. I want guns in everybody's hands. I'm very Republican with that. I am pro guns. See, I don't think the answer.
AR-15s though? Can we just do a little pew pew?
Nah.
We gotta have something that could take out a platoon.
Yes, sir. I want
Why?
street sweepers. Here's why. Here's the only reason why. I'm gonna tell you this. Here's the only reason why. You'd have to take them out of the battlefield. And they're not gonna do that. Meaning that you're not gonna tell, I don't know, Russia, hey, if we go to war, please only use 9mm. They're just not gonna do it. So you have to have something to combat that for protection of the country. And because of that, because they exist, that means there'll always be an imbalance between law enforcement and private citizens. Can't have it. Like, you are not allowed to have some shit that goes, and I gotta have a fucking musket.
Yeah, no, but that's not what I'm saying. That you said arm everybody. So I'm not thinking about law enforcement versus civilians. I'm talking about civilians on civilians.
I get it, bro, but
because who did the shooting? It wasn't a cop that walked in there with an AR-15.
You missing the point.
Oh, I am. Go ahead.
Yes, because the firearms have to exist to even get in the law enforcement hands. That means they exist. Period. And what's the one thing we know about free enterprise? Go ahead.
What?
I have a product. I have a right to fucking sell that product. Do with it what I want. Right. Period. Doesn't happen. It's like it is what it is. Those things exist. So someone's gonna get it. Whether hook, crook, legally, illegally, they exist. I'm going to Russia. I'm traveling. I'm coming in a boat with them. They're gonna come in. If you ban all heavy artillery, if you ban it, then only the bad people are gonna get it. They're gonna smuggle it from another country. They're gonna get it off the boat. They're gonna go from their cop buddies. This is what I'm saying. Can't have it. Can't have it. Can't have it.
All I know is that there's only so many real ones out here in the world, and there's so many quote unquote bully types that only need to be shown a little aggression back, and they'll back up like a little girl and go play with themselves in the room crying that they couldn't get over on you. So my point is that those same people, if they know that supermarket is filled up with, Karen and Susan and Tommy and Jeffrey, but they're all got like a piece on their side just chilling, he's not going there to shoot up that spot, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Right. Unless he got an
and
AR.
a lot of these shootings have been with people who I would probably say are either, a little off, right? They're like
nope.
They're the
that's that bullshit rhetoric.
The outcast type where they
outcasts?
No, only because they purposely are like introverts.
Where did you get that from? Where'd you get the characterization from? Because I'm only gonna use facts and not what somebody's trying to paint on CNN. So a person who was a teacher, it becomes disgruntled and then goes and shoots up a school, is now an outcast because they're disgruntled? Or a bank employee who gets fired overnight becomes a disgruntled outcast introvert?
Yeah, no.
These are regular people who are going through things and they're expressing themselves in this way. That doesn't mean that they were outcasts and on the fringe of society. That's garbage. These regular motherfuckers.
I'm more thinking about the younger folk out there that have done like the school shootings, that go back into the school because they felt like they were bullied and this, that, and the third. I'm thinking more along those lines. But no, you're right. In a grand scheme of things, right, it's regular old people that just had enough, and I get that. But those same exact people would not go back into that building if they knew everybody else was strapped up. They're just not, bro.
I don't agree, but not in the way that you think I don't agree.
Okay.
I agree that you're saying if everybody had the thing on them, it'd be less of that happening.
Issue. Yeah.
I'm saying to an extent. I'm saying everybody got to have the same firepower. Or your point is invalid. Did you watch? Now I watched the supermarket shooting up here in New York.
What up, Mons?
Right, I watched the shooting. That man went through there systematically shooting brown people. I mean, I watched him point the rifle at a white person and say, "I'm sorry," and didn't shoot him. Like, "I'm sorry, my bad," and continued to find brown people. I also watched him shoot down a security guard who had the blicky, but it was a pistol. And couldn't get off enough rounds in time. I watched it on camera. You cannot compete doing this with a person who goes like this and sprays 20.
Right.
There's no competition.
Right.
So as long as assault rifles exist in the world, and they always will, because that is a firearm that works in a war zone, then everybody has to have the same firepower. I'm telling you, it ain't just enough to have a pistol. And this is why in Florida, they just said, you can have whatever the fuck you want now. Concealed, unconcealed, in your pants, in the trunk, doesn't matter. No permits for nothing. Everybody got it on them. And I bet you that the crime rate don't spike because that's different. You got the AR, I got the AR. You got the street sweeper, I got the street sweeper. Mm-hmm. Everybody got it, so nobody going crazy. That person ain't gonna go to a school and shoot up shit because all the teachers may back out on them with equal firepower. That's the deterrent. But if you got a 9mm and I got 2 ARs, I'm spraying your ass up. You may hit me once. I'm probably gonna live. You will absolutely die from 20 rounds. Absolutely, you don't survive. And these people go in there, Gabe, knowing they're gonna die. So it does you no good to try to hit them once when you die. Like, what the fuck is the purpose? They're going to die anyway. They're going in there with the intent of, I'm not leaving.
Shout out Monster, who says there's 4 million guns in circulation in America. Only way forward is some sort of change. And it's true. 400 million, that's one gun for everybody and then some. Special people get 2.
Factory.
You know,
look, remember I told you this in the beginning, Gabe, I was on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yeah, I know.
We get some kind of gun control. But the more I watch it, the more I think, can't happen. Genie's out of the bottle, right? These things exist, right? Even if the government right now said that all long rifles are now illegal, I'm not giving my shit up. I'll say it right here on the video. Not gonna happen. Come and get me. Not gonna fucking happen. Because you're not gonna. Because here's what they're gonna do, Gabe. They're not gonna also destroy their ARs, their long rifles. They're gonna keep them.
Right.
Nah, we good. Nah. Nope. And just like Chris said about Florida being the Wild Wild West, it might be a little bit, but also like you live out there, you know the vibes. It ain't like every single day it's a mass shooting in Florida. I can't think of 2 mass shootings in Florida. That like the Orlando shooting was like at a nightclub when people are off or not on their guard. No one's just walking around just lighting up a grocery store because people got it on them. It's a deterrent for real.
What you say is true. We do need some sort of change there, and I wish I had those magic words, brother, for real, to know exactly what to do. But like many who don't know but don't want to admit it and just babble on for hours about it for no particular reason, I won't sit here and say that. I would have to give this some deep thought to think about what type of reform or change would be not only attainable, but like what's actually realistic, right? And how it gets dealt with. That's such a big ball to unpack, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree that we do need some change, and sometimes you do got to fight fire with fire. And shout out to Chris Rodriguez. And
I think the states that are doing this to realize that the only thing that's feasible is to arm more people because you're not going to get rid of guns. Like just realistically, it's not going to happen.
Look what Angie says. They will make more guns, just ghost guns.
so you can't get rid of guns. The genie's out of the bottle, right? Like you can't uninvent fire. You can't undiscover fire. Fire's here, right? So deal with it. How do you deal with fire? Guns exist. So what do? Explain to me why I need a permit to carry a fucking pistol in New York, but I can go down and shoot with my AR-15 right now, and you better not say shit to me. Explain that. How does that make sense? Don't need a permit for a long rifle. I mean, you do now, actually, unless you already had it and then your grandfather then, like me. But most places, you don't need a permit for a long rifle, for a shotgun, none of that. But you need one for a pistol.
Don't make sense.
Makes no sense.
I can shoot from further away with a rifle.
And quicker.
And quicker. So Sosa doesn't want it to be unheard that he loves you, and it's because as a country we should be equal, like citizens should be able to do what others do within the constraints, and it's like I get what he's saying, And I think that is the right way to do it. It's just, how do you obtain that? I know that statement is true, but it's how do you get there is what I'm saying. So, yo, you got to keep this moving, man. We're gonna pay these bills right quick. We'll be right back with We the Hard Way. Let's get it. Marino's Barbershop, located in the Marshalls Plaza in Poughkeepsie, New York, right on Route 9, open 7 days a week. Contact them today, 845-454-7226 for all of your hairstyling needs, the installation and repair of driveways, garage floors, patios, sidewalks, walkways, and stairs, stamped concrete, color, seal, and epoxy. All Crete is fully insured, 27 years of service. Contact today to get your quote. Yes, sir. Shout out to the sponsors, All Crete and Marino's Barbershop. Marino's Barbershop, that's going to change over to House of Barber. Shout out my boy Sal, doing some new things. Going to be out by Maris, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. We'll change that up for you. But some of my favorite things are this particular segment called 3 the Hard Way, where we're going to just play some music, break it down a little bit, keep it moving, little constructive criticism, maybe something else, you never know. This one in particular, this dude used to be on our comment list all the time. And I don't know if I did something to him. If I did, yo, NHO Bravo, I love you, brother. I don't know where you at. I don't know where you been at. I know you've been going through some things. Come hang out with us, man. Try to make you smile. Get your mind off things. You know what I mean? It's all love over here. But he got a song produced by Drawzilla. The young lady, I forget the young lady's name. It's actually on the screen. It's going to come up in a moment. But this is Crazy for You by NHO Bravo with Order Raquel, produced by Drawzilla. Let's go. Drawzilla.
Crazy for you. Things that I never do. Crazy foolish for you. Crazy for you. Yeah, got me doing things that I never do. Crazy foolish for you. Crazy for you.
You cross my mind a little more than you should. Always check you to make sure that you good. Always swore that I would. To protect you, I do all that I could. We don't need to speak on what's understood, but I feel like I should. Cause all them days when we had nothing, had to split the meal. I took too long to tell you how I really feel. I be acting silly still, this bond we have is really ill. Go to war for you, I really will, to show you that it's really real. It's crazy, you still make me nervous. Somehow I always find a way to word it. Swear that mommy made you perfect. And when you think about days when you were hurting, don't you ever think that you ain't worth it. You got it, baby, work it. Keep a smile so they can't see our pain. I seen it change. We went from broken smoke to we don't need a thing. Don't sweat the peasants, girl, them people lame. Trying to start shit cause they need a name. They ain't as real as people claim.
Yeah, got me doing things that I never do. Crazy foolish for you. Crazy for you. Yeah, got me doing things that I never do. Crazy foolish for you. Crazy for you.
I admit that I be blind at times, cause I wine and dine these grimy dimes. I'm always left behind the line. I get lost inside your ambiance. Almost feel like it's our time to shine, or maybe it's a sign of times. Cause I've been trying to approach you different. You a queen, not a bird. Girl, I know the difference. You don't even know you winning. Reason I made no commitment. You see the way I go through women. I know I'm tripping. I get distant cause you see straight through me. Always hiding how them women do me. Wonder if they ever knew me. On your worst day I could see your beauty. Kick your feet up, we gon' pick a movie. Wonder how you did this to me. I feel like we tripping, cause all the hurt that we received made us scared of commitment. I could see that as of recent, them stares a bit different. Could be wrong, but I'm thinking that it's time that we get it. This time will be different.
Oh yeah. That was NHO Bravo. Crazy for You is the track. I like that one. I ain't gonna lie, Black. What's your initial thoughts when you hear NHO Bravo over some Drawzilla right there?
That's a cool record. It's good beat. It's good flow. It's a good record.
I think he did his thing, man. There's the evolution of NHO Bravo has been fun to watch, to say the least. You know, when I first heard him, it was one way. I felt like early on he had a lot to say, but didn't know how to present it very well, you know, and he like learned that over the time, you know, and we're talking about the development over the last 5 years or so since I've been doing Finally TV. You know, it's cool to watch the progression with that brother. You know what I mean? He's really learned himself. And no, I agree. I think it's a cool record. I think you know, that record actually got some staying power. I feel like you could easily hear that on the radio. The only thing that I don't like with the production of that is that there's a weird there's like a metronome tap that he has in it. It like double taps like ta 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 every bar is doing it. That part, Zilla, I don't really like that part. So in the final mix, if you would have pulled that out, I would not be mad at you. But the rest of that, I think it's pretty dope, man. I give that one. If I was giving that one something, I would say that's like a 7.5, something like that. What would you say?
I agree. It's a good record, really good record.
Yeah,
classic sample, sounds good. Just think anything you do in the pocket is going to sound good in that record. So yeah.
All right, cool. So that was number one. Let's do a different one. You know, Black has sent one over. You want to talk about this one a little bit before I put it on?
Nope.
Little context.
Yeah.
What's the
song?
Name? Ami Be
This
Baby.
This record is called "Party Till I Die."
No, Chin Up High.
Yeah, it's phrased both ways, but it's "Party Till I Die," aka "Chin Up High" by Ami Be Baby. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you finna know. Go ahead, play that record, dog.
We gonna play this one. Let's get it.
With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. You think I'm ugly, I don't care. You think I'm dumb, I don't care. You think I'm scum, I don't care. Bitch, I make my money. Party till I die. With my chin up high, fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let the dollar make a work. People always hating, but the more they hate, the more I work. Everybody say they're lit, but all they do is showing shit. In my street, like the slaves, bitches always kiss my feet. Stay out of my way, you bitch. I can deal with you fake as me. They thought that I had stopped. It was over, I had dropped. Bitch, I had my plans out here. I'm only just at my start. You will have to kill me to make me fucking stop. I was already dead again. You can hurt me, only God. Party till I die. With my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let the dollar make a work. Party till I die. With my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let the dollar make a work. I ain't scared of death, but I fear your damn as dead as breath. All the drugs in your veins. I am blessed with the smartest brain. I remember your laugh when I was at my worst. Let me tell you, piece of scum, I'm supported from above. Your man in my DMs while you're talking shit behind my back. All the shit you said made you look like a little bitch flathead. Your opinion, bitch, fuck that. What do I think of you? How I love in your face, bitch. If you only knew. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Party till I die. With my chin up high. Fuck 'em all.
I can't do no more.
I
can't. Yo, I can't. Yo, I can't.
This is my
I can't do.
shit.
I can't do no more. Yo, Shy.
Yo,
Shy. Word. Nah, man. Yo, listen.
It's a two-step for me, bro. She be in the pocket.
Trash. What the? Where do you find it?
Amy Be Baby. Chin up.
Amy Baby. Listen.
Let's hold up before we talk about this record.
Holy moly! Sometimes you gotta have fun in life.
I just like to point out that y'all can say what you want about this record. This shit got 2.5 million views. She is touring through Europe, packed out stadiums, performing this song. It don't really matter what you think about it. That's what's happening. That's a whole fact.
It took off already, Shot. It's already out of here.
It's off. No, Brent, it's already gone, shot. It's out.
Yo, Angie already got the lyrics down.
Party till I die. Listen, it is off. TikTok gone. Out of here. People jacking this record.
God bless her, bro. Like I say, kill none, let none die. Oh, we got World War III happening in my house.
Bro, and I'm not talking about like 40 people in a bar touring. Like this chick is like at soccer games, which is a thing over there that matters.
100%.
Like as the halftime performance.
I was gonna say the halftime show or the warm up.
And niggas is jacking it.
Yep. I believe it. Shout out to everybody listening across the world. WAP the Music, Culture Shock Radio, Tattoo Shop Radio. Did I say them all? Culture Shock. Cuzzo FM. That's who I left out. Sorry, brother. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Guadeloupe. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to Canada. Love y'all. Keep listening. You could watch this live. If you're listening to the replay, you could watch this live. Facebook, YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays.
Nice.
Yeah, we were just listening to some music.
Amy B. Baby.
Amy B. Baby.
Unreal.
You know. Listen. So this song now we let the cat out the bag already. I wish you didn't do that, right?
I'm sorry, my bad.
So now does this song, what qualities does this song have that it has 2.5 million views? Let me ask you that.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
quotables.
Okay.
This whole song is quotable. Every fucking line is hilarious. Okay. Every line is hilarious.
It's
quotables out the ass.
Yep.
That shit is fucking genius. It's bad. And it's so bad, it's fucking good. Genius.
Correct. It's so bad, it's good.
She said, I'm in the streets like a slave. I make them kiss my feet.
It's like the Too Sexy song.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this shit is...
She's not the first one to do that because they had the poker face. You know, they had that shit.
This is on steroids.
But that's what that's coming. That's derived from that.
Did you see her with the blicky though and shoot the screen? Like, why was you mad? And why was those two older gentlemen lusting after you in the apartment?
And you got no ass and you twerk it. Okay, whatever. The song for me, it's like I say, sometimes you gotta have fun. I personally wouldn't put this on my list, so it would get like a 5 from me. But what do I know? It's got 2.5 million views on TikTok.
She's touring.
God bless her. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Super bag. People love her.
So we got a what?
If people don't know the throughput of why I picked that song, I told y'all from now on, every week I'm bringing something to the table.
Got you.
Right? I'm here to entertain. And these records, I don't think nobody would qualify them as good records, but they all going off. Every single one of the records I'm gonna bring, crazy views, so much bread.
Hey, it's the life we live in now. All right,
like Angie said, party till she die, with my chin up high.
Listen,
fuck them all, fuck them by. Whatever that means, it's a quotable. Fuck them all, fuck them by.
I left the wrong banner up for that song. That's all right. Bravo gets some more press. So we got our third and final selection of the day. This one was actually sent to me. So I didn't pick this. Sent to me on Instagram. Shout out BQF Records. They're the ones that sent this through. So they were in the comments before. You know, not everybody has the endurance to stick around. You know, they only want to hear what they want to hear and then they want to go. So if he's still here, God bless you. This is the song he sent in. It's Elena Lachey, Money Row is the song. Add this to the stream. Y'all check this out, man. Let me know what you think.
Bro, we outside, Ocean Drive tonight. Tonight? Yes. Have to. My little since we in Miami. Exactly. I need a drink anyway. Like 8. Elena, why aren't you talking to us? I got an ass so Huh? What, girl? so big like the sun. Ocean Drive too. We can go to like, oh, I don't know who that is. Girl, please do.
Hey, yes! I told you I was coming.
Got the bottle. How would you say I needed a drink?
Come on, yo. I need y'all to get into the song though.
I got an ass so big like the sun. A nigga tryna hit, tell him run on fucking funds. I'm a walking lit, don't get paid by the hour. I like having fun, let's have a money shower. Lena talking shit, ain't Lena real bitch. Don't like fake niggas, I like niggas with them sticks. Just getting started, but I get money by the polo. I got real pie, y'all heard Kevin on them hideouts. They getting to the loop, but I ain't stopping to the backtrack. I'm blessed with the shit, I'm the baddest and they watch that. She real mad and she saucy, hold on, scratch that. Fake friends ain't no wave, just step back. When I step off, ain't nobody here to tame me. I'm the realest bitch, ain't nobody finna change me. Fuck them fucking niggas, they been hating from the bleachers. Fuck them fucking niggas, I'm the poet and the preacher. Again to the pad, y'all know how the fuck I get down. The rain a whole rhyme in the city, I just touch down. When I snap out, something happen every time. I'm the ghost writer, I write all my rhymes. Let's go. Money rolls, time and froze. That's how all my niggas know. Getting trolls, staying low. That's how all my niggas roll around back from the dead. Here I come. We're running this race, but a bitch already.
I gotta hear this because I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this from you. So that was Elena Lachey, Money Roll. I hate how it's a 3-minute video and the first minute 7 is them doing like the intro. So very lovely ladies, to say the least, right? Well built, young, looking good out here, trying to get it, looking the part in the video. What's your take on this, man? The presentation and the song. You're muted. You muted yourself.
Y'all got me?
Yeah.
I think the presentation is top notch, actually.
Yeah.
This is good camera work. This is good editing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quality fucking video. Different scenes, different looks. Whoever did this did a hell of a job.
Absolutely.
And I don't know who she is, so I'm assuming this is independently done. That's a good fucking video.
Shout out to BQF. The first thing I thought when I saw it, right? Because I wanted to watch it fresh with you right now. I was like, damn, this looks like a professional video. This isn't like, it's not Gabe bringing out his little Canon. You know what I'm saying? This is like done for real.
It should look good.
The beat wasn't bad either. It's type catchy. She didn't sound bad. And that's the thing, is like, you almost want to hate on it at first because it's like, look at these 3 knuckleheads, you know what I'm saying, showing they shit, talking about twerking and shaking their joints, right? But then like it starts and it's like, hell, it's not even that bad though. It's actually okay. You know what I mean? So what did you think about the actual song?
Song was cool.
Yeah, song was cool.
Good beat. I like the beat. I think it's catchy. I think I told you before. You want the cheat code when you're trying to come out. Use a beat that everybody know. That T.I. shit, that's a great beat to steal from, and it's a good little flip. And she's on it. Yeah,
she is on it. Yeah. So shout out to BQF. Feel free to send me new videos or maybe videos that have been out for a little bit that we didn't get to play on the show. Because the first one you sent over, not bad, man, not bad at all.
What's your take? You said you couldn't rate, and Chris started laughing, so I thought like you had a hot take.
No, I think that this song, it's fine. It's like you said. I think it's cool. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't make this song to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? True. But whoever she made that for to talk to, cool. I think that I like it when certain images are trying to be portrayed because of a certain look, right? But then it's backed up with actual content. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that she's got like that hot girl look to her, but whether she's writing her stuff or not, because I maybe she didn't, you know what I'm saying? But like her presentation of her music, the way she wants it to be consumed and viewed, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. So I would like to hear more. That was Elena Lachey. So check her out. If you liked it, check her out. She out there. BQF Records. They're on Instagram if you want to check them out. Salute to them. Black man, that is our time this week, man. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here? Gotta make it quick though.
Can't wait till next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be bringing y'all more good videos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try to do the same. So for everybody who was listening, shout out to you. For everybody that's going to be tuning in next week, thank you. For everybody that said, I hate this show, thank you. Make sure you tell a friend how much you hated it so they can check it out too. Shout out to super producer Big Angie, to my mutts in the building, to my boy and co-host, co-creator of the show, King Blackout himself. I will see you next week and we will talk some top 50, brother.
Chill.
1.